snowy Wednesday, and I decided to work from home today because we're getting about 3 to 5 inches. But if I can avoid having to drive on the snow or anything, I do. So I'm just winding up with some of my work here and about ready to turn off my computer. And I figured that I would do a little vlog on touring plans. So for my birthday, as you saw in my birthday vlog, my husband got me a nice Disney World touring plan book. It's a really big book that I love. And part of that book, you get a subscription to a computer program that basically, hour by hour, however you choose, plans the order of your rides. It also gives you estimated wait times. And it's really based upon like real-time data that people in the parks, like right now, give the computer algorithm. It's actually a very, very cool program to use. And according to all the reviews and stuff, which I've been kind of monitoring a lot of the Disney boards and stuff like that, people swear by it and they actually work. And you can use the plans that they have already set up in here, or you can personalize them. And I like personalizing them. Because it's kind of like a game to me. I like choosing which rides I'm going to ride, figuring out what fast passes I'm going to get, and then trying to see if I can get like the lowest time that I'm waiting in line. So why don't you come join me and I'll show you kind of how it works. So yay, come join me. Okay, so this is my computer screen, and I apologize that I have to do it this way, but I am completely honest with you. I will be completely honest with you. I am not the best with computers, nor do I have the technology yet with my vlogging stuff to share my screen with you or make it a little bit more fancy. So here it is. So this is what it is. So this is the website for touring plans that I got through the book that Matt got me. And so part of it is personalized touring plans. Over here, you have like Magic Kingdom touring plans, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach. Those are all like pre-made touring plans that you can use and try, or you can do personalized plans. So I've clicked on the personalized touring plans. And so here it is. And so they kind of give you steps that you can do. So step 1, select your park, choose your attractions, character greetings, parades, and fireworks, select your meals and breaks, see your plan, print, and go. And then you can keep changing it and keep changing it. And then what they also suggest you do is you keep changing it even up to the date that you leave. So I've already created some over here, but I'm just for the sake of showing you, I'm going to create a plan. So here's the plan that I'm going to create. I'm going to name this Magic Kingdom. M-A-G, it's hard to do this, Magic Kingdom. Okay, so there's my Magic Kingdom. You choose the date that you're gonna go. So we're going into October, but let's say that I'm going in June, and say I wanna go to the Magic Kingdom on June 11th. And then you go ahead and you pick the park that you're going to. Obviously, I'm not picking these, so I'm gonna pick Animal Kingdom. And it says there, Magic Kingdom has Disney early morning Magic Fantasyland hours. This is an extra cost event. So basically what this is for like an extra, I think it's like $100, you can get into the park. It looks like it's from 7:45 to 10. You can get into the park for like an extra $100 during that time. And Magic Kingdom does it differently where they only open up like Fantasyland for it. Obviously, I'm not doing that, and so we're just, for this sake, are going to choose no. So then here at the bottom, it says choose your start and end time. So by default, the expected operating hours for the selected day are listed. So 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., that's when Magic Kingdom is open. So you got to decide, okay, do we want to do Magic Kingdom that whole entire time? So yeah, I actually choose, I'm going to do that whole entire time, because there's actually a separate area that you can schedule kind of a break. Because what I like to do when I do Disney trips is I'll go right away at rope drop, which is, in this case, is 9 a.m. I'll ride a bunch of rides, do a bunch of attractions, but I'll go back to my resort for around like 1 or 2 p.m. take a little break, a little, swimming break, and then I'll go back to Magic Kingdom for 6 for like dinner until 10 p.m. For this 6, so we're just going to say that we're going to do it the whole entire time. And then you can kind of add little notes for yourself, and this will print off, like when you print off your plan, the notes will be on there. So then we're going to go to proceed to attractions. Okay, so here's the attraction. So now here's step 2, choose your attractions. And it's separated into headliner attractions, shows, parades, and diversions, and seasonal items. And you can also do a little quick search up here too, but I know Disney really well. You can also do filters. So if you only want to do like attractions in Frontierland, you can filter that. You can filter heights. So if you're traveling with kids and your kids are not going to be able to ride certain rides because of height restrictions, you can choose that. Say you're kind of a snob and you only want to do 5-star ratings, or say you have a disability and you need maybe help, and so you just want to know like which rides have full accessibility and stuff like that. So you can filter with that too. So we're going to leave these all open just for the sake of leaving them all open. And then I'm just going to kind of go through and decide, okay, here's all the rides. What rides do I want to do? So we're just going to pick some of the like main ones. So like we're going to pick Big Thunder. We're going to pick Buzz Lightyear. Gotta Love Hall of Presidents. Haunted Mansion. Of course, It's a Small World. Jungle Cruise. Let's see. Winnie the Pooh. Yada, yada, yada. Obviously, I'm just like kind of going through here. I love Mickey's PhilharMagic, so we'll do that one. Peter Pan's Flight, gotta do Pirates, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, because we gotta round out the mountains, don't we? I think, and of course, the Carousel of Progress and the Tiki Room. So you'll notice on here there's some things that are saying that they're already closed. So the Walt Disney World Railroad is already closed and they won't let you choose it as an option. The reason the railroad is closed is because they are actually building a brand new Tron themed attraction. It's the building isn't even built yet. You can kind of actually, when you go on the People Mover, which isn't on this list because you can usually get on the People Mover very easily, but usually you'll see as you get on the People Mover, you could see the construction for the Tron theme, but that's why that's closed, is because they're building the Tron theme. And actually, to be honest with you, well, here's the People Mover right now, so right here, so we're going to add that. The Tomorrowland Speedway, I don't know why they have that on there, because the Tomorrowland Speedway is also closed because of the Tron thing, but whatever, not my deal. We're not going to choose it because I don't really like that kind of stuff anyways. So then what you do is you choose proceed to meals and breaks. So we're going to choose that. Okay, so here's your meals and breaks. So you have add a meal and then you have add a break. So we're going to add a meal. And so let's assume that I have breakfast in my room, but I'm going to do maybe lunch. And the meals are separated into table service. So those are like your normal, like fancy, well, they're not really that fancy, but like restaurants that you have sit down. And then quick service, run of the mill, you get your food yourself. So for lunch, I'm going to do quick service. So let's just say I'm going to go to the Columbia Harbor House for lunch, and I'm going to keep 11 a.m. because here's a little trick. 11 a.m. is actually a good time to go because you avoid all the lunch crowds. Although a lot of the quick service restaurants have mobile ordering. So about an hour, like if you're in line for a ride or whatever, you can, on the My Disney Experience app, you can order your food. Say, you want to go to Columbia Harbor House, so you can order your food via the app about an hour ahead of time. Tell them what time you're coming, and then you have a completely separate line that you go right up to. You miss all the line, and they have your food already. So it's actually kind of nice. And not all the quick service restaurants are doing that yet, but most of them are. So if you ever have the option to do mobile ordering, I highly, highly suggest it. But for this, we're going to do this. And then they ask you, okay, how long do you plan on eating? For quick service, I'm going to say about 45 minutes. And if you have a confirmation number, a lot of the table service restaurants, you do have to get advanced dining reservations, which I will do another vlog on. Liz Zitney, Liz Jolly, and I are planning on meeting. I think she's coming home in April. I can't remember. And we're the three of us are going together, but we're planning on meeting to decide what restaurants we're going to get what restaurants we're going to get advanced dining reservations for. So that would be the confirmation for that. And then like any additional notes and yada, yada. So then you click add to plan. So there's my lunch right there. It's down there. So I'm also going to add another meal. Let's say I want to do like a table service restaurant for like dinner. So Skipper Canteen, one of my favorites. So let's say I want to do it for at like, and I usually like to do a little later dinners. That's just kind of my thing. And we're going to say 60 minutes for a table service because it does take a little bit longer. I don't have a confirmation number just because obviously I haven't made a reservation. So just for the sake of this, we're just going to do that. And I wanted to show you this a little. It gives you kind of a flexibility. So like if something in your plan with like all the rides and stuff doesn't jive with these reservations or these times that you're saying that you want to eat, you're basically saying I'm giving them the flexibility for 10 minutes or you can do 15, 30, that kind of stuff. Whoops, sorry. There we go. I'll keep it at 10 because when I do this, it's usually pretty easy. So then you click add to plan as well. So there are my 2 meals right there. So I'm basically telling the system, those are my 2 meals. So remember when I said that I like to kind of take breaks and go back to the resort? That's where you add that here. So you click on this little tab called adding a break and you can title it whatever you want. We'll keep it at rest. So I'm just basically going to say, okay, at 2 p.m., and again, I'm giving it that 10-minute flexibility. Let's say how many minutes? So how many hours? It's 60 minutes in an hour. So 2 to 3 to 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Well, I said I was eating at Skipper Canteen at 7. So let's say 240 minutes. That's what, 4 hours? 6, I think that's 4 hours. If it's not, I apologize to people who are going, oh my God, Allie, you can't do math. But 240 minutes, I want to plan for a rest. So that's like from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So that's like 2 to 6, I'm going to be back at the resort. And then it also asks, are you leaving the parks? Yes. So that's my plan. And you can do like little notes here and stuff like that. So then, oh, you have to add, and don't forget, add to plan. So there's my reservations, meals, and then there's my little rest like I like to do. And so then you click this button down here, proceed to evaluate and optimize. So then this is the really fun part that takes a little bit longer. Okay, so I clicked the evaluate and optimize plan. So my plan was created successfully. So this is where you evaluate everything. So it says your date. There's the park hours. It's telling you that extra morning magic, which we're not doing because I don't want to pay for it. So I'm basically saying 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. But like I said, I added that little break. You can also edit it. You can copy it, delete it, and then it'll also list your little additional notes. You can also choose like your walking speed. I always just do average, but let's say you're like a little faster of a walker because you're like go, go, go. But also let's say you want to take a really relaxed, walk. That's fine too. You can put that into consideration. And then waiting versus walking, balance is usually the best, but like you can like, okay, I don't really want to walk a lot, so please minimize the walking. And sometimes I'll do this if like it has me crisscrossing the parks a lot. Normally, because I know Disney really, really well and I know the parks really, really well, I know how to just actually reorder all my stuff. So that way I kind of know, okay, why are they having me go so I'll just reorder myself. But let's say you don't really know the parks really well, you might want to do minimize walking because then it'll reorder it so it makes more sense. Or I want to minimize the waiting. So, okay, you want to minimize the waiting, then you're going to walk from one side of the park to the other side of the park, back to the other side, and if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. Right now, I just have it balanced, which is fine. Fast passes. I'll kind of do another vlog regarding fast passes, but basically in a nutshell, fast passes are basically you get to pre-reserve your rides before you go, and you only get a certain number of fast passes per park, so you can't do unlimited fast passes. So this is where you add fast passes here, and I'm not going to add anything here yet. I'll show you when we go down to look at the plan what we're going to do. Because what I like to do is I like to look at, okay, what does it have me do? And I haven't evaluated it yet, so the wait times aren't in there yet. So I'll like to kind of take a look at it and go, okay, maybe this one I need to do a fast pass for. If I would already have my fast passes, say I'm doing this plan, and let's say I already have my fast passes scheduled, I would add these here. So you just kind of click add fast pass because I already have them. This is a particular situation where I don't have them. So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe this is a good plan so I can see what fast passes I should get. So the next thing that you do, so here are all my things that I put down. So I'm going to click optimize. So I'm going to let the computer kind of figure out for me what I should do in what order. Okay, so we're back. The computer got done optimizing. So here it all is. It reordered everything for me. It put like my rest time where my rest time should be. It put my dinner reservations where my dinner reservations should be. So let's see what we got. So this is assuming that I show right up at rope drop. So it has me riding Buzz Lightyear first, and it's a 5-minute wait. Then it has me going over to Space Mountain. Looks like that's about a 20-minute wait. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, that's about a 34-minute wait, and so on and so forth. You can kind of see what obviously Columbia Harbor, that's a 0-minute wait. But like at the Small World, that's a 20-minute, 11 minutes for Hall of Presidents, 0 for the People Mover. There's never a wait for that. 5 minutes for the Carousel of Progress. There's my rest right there. Then I come back. We ride we do the Tiki Room, and then we go on Pirates of the Caribbean. Oop, that's a half-an-hour wait. Then we have dinner, and we do Jungle Cruise, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Peter Pan's Flight, and the Haunted Mansion. So now is where I kind of want to add my fast passes. So you noticed up here, okay, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train had a 34-minute wait. I don't like to usually wait longer than about 15 minutes. So even sometimes these little like 19-minute ones are a little lengthy, but this is definitely lengthy. So I'm going to add a fast pass for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I'm going to add it for we're going to do it for 9 a.m. So you'll see. So this is where you go up and you add fast pass. And then you choose down here what you want. So there it is, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And I'm going to say I want it right away at 9 a.m. And so you click Save Fast Pass. And then you go back down. You go back down to the very bottom where we clicked that Optimize button. But instead of the Optimize, you're going to click Evaluate. Because I don't want to change the order of everything because I'll look at that later. But for now, it's kind of like I just want them to add that fast pass that I got for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But before we do that, we're going to see if there's any other fast passes that we can kind of add. So we did one for Seven Dwarfs. It's not added yet, but we did one for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And you know what? I'm going to add one for Pirates of the Caribbean. I get 3 in this park. You get more. You get 3 advanced. And then when you're in the parks and after you use your first fast pass, so after I tap my little magic band in for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, then I can get another. But you only get 3 ahead of time. So this is actually kind of 29 minutes. So I'm going to get a fast pass for Pirates of the Caribbean for 6 p.m. So go back up here, add fast pass. Let's look up Pirates of the Caribbean. There it is. We're going to add it for 6 p.m. Save fast pass. Okay, so I get one more fast pass, advanced fast pass. So we did that. So the next one I'm going to do, probably Jungle Cruise. So and that's 7:53 p.m. So I'm going to add a fast pass for Jungle Cruise. And I'm going to do it for 7 p.m. Okay, so there's my fast passes. Another thing that I kind of didn't really add is maybe I want to add seeing the fireworks. I hear the fireworks in Magic Kingdom are really, really cool. So we're going to click down here. You can always add an attraction. So choose an attraction. So there's the entertainment. So I'm going to try to find Wishes. So it should be shows, parades. Where is it? I think this is it, the Happily Ever After. And so that is the fireworks, I believe. We'll find out. So this should be, yeah, I can't really find it, but this should be, I can't remember. I think they changed the name of it, honestly, but I'm pretty sure it's this Happily Ever After. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to save it. Yep, showtime 9:15 p.m. So basically, here it is. Next thing you do, so my attraction is added, my fast passes are in there. I'm going to click evaluate again, so that way it will update my plan. Okay, so it's done evaluating, and it says up here at the top, the plan may not get out to all your rides, shows, meals, blah, blah, blah. So we might have to just review it. So let's kind of take a look and see what they gave us. Again, Buzz Lightyear 9 a.m., Space Mountain, that's a little bit long of a wait, but we can deal with that. Look, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train went from 34 minutes to 6-minute wait time. Pretty good, I like that. Let's keep going. It's a Small World, that's kind of whatever. We keep going. Yep, these all look good. Ooh, Splash Mountain. Yucky. 46 minutes is what it changed to. So we might have to see if we can get a fast pass for that. Like I said, as soon as you use your first fast pass, you can get a fourth fast pass. And then, it looks like this kind of got all messed up because of the fact that I put in Happily Ever After. So I might have to kind of make some adjustments. So that way I can make the Happily Ever After thing. But actually, if I get a fast pass for Splash Mountain, that actually might be good. So we're going to get a fast pass for Splash Mountain for 8 p.m. Okay, so here we have it. I kind of did a lot of stuff off camera because it was just a little easier. But what I ended up doing is I had to take off a few attractions. Like I said, Disney World is massive. So is Magic Kingdom. They consider Magic Kingdom a 2-day park because there's just so many attractions. And so that's kind of what this program is good for, because it'll actually give you a realistic idea of how much each attraction will do. So I did. I had to take off a couple of attractions, which is fine. There's always positives and negatives, and you always go to Disney with the expectation that you're not going to do everything. And then I also shortened up my rest a little bit, so that way I'm back at 5:30 instead of 6. So this is kind of my final product. I added a lot more fast passes based upon what the wait times were. Again, you get 3 fast passes to book ahead of time, and then as soon as you tap into your first fast pass, which would be this one, then you can schedule another one. So what I've done is I've made notes for myself. So like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, you can kind of see that I made a note, tap in and get a fast pass for Seven Dwarfs at noon. And then I've made a note like here, tap in and get a fast pass for Peter Pan flight at 8:30. And that's the good thing, that you can do your fast passes all on your phone. So it's actually very easy. So when you're waiting in line for that ride, you just quick get another fast pass based upon what your plan is. So here's my whole entire plan with the fast passes and everything. Total time in line is 89 minutes, which is fairly good. And remember, this includes a lunch and a sit-down table service restaurant. I'm not quite making the fireworks show by 9:15, but I actually have a feeling that I'll probably still be able to make it. Fireworks is not that big on my list, which is fine. The things I kind of had to take off, I had to figure out, okay, do I want to do It's a Small World or Carousel of Progress? You kind of have to like weigh those pros and cons. And then also because I am just a Disney, freak, I knew that I always go left at rope drop. So it was telling me to do Buzz Lightyear first, which is fine. I think that would have saved a lot of time too. But I knew that like going left first and doing Splash Mountain and all these, because these are all in the same land, probably would have been a little bit better. Especially for me, because it's not as crowded over there in that land. Whereas at rope drop, everybody goes right and does Buzz Lightyear, Space Mountain, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And I don't like being part of that crowd. So I moved these ones up myself. And that's just a personal thing. So again, this is actually not too bad of a plan. As long as you can get all your fast passes and everything, which I'm pretty confident I can because I know how to kind of maneuver the fast pass system. Walking time is average. It has some rest breaks in there. It has some really good dinner breaks. And then for Magic Kingdom, for a whole entire day with all these attractions, like I said, Magic Kingdom is one of those parks that has the most attractions. And they say that you should do Magic Kingdom in 2 days. I don't like doing that. I just do it in one day and I just pick and choose what attractions I'm going to do. That's actually very minimal waiting time, 89 minutes. It's a little over an hour and 20 minutes, give or take, in line. And then the good thing about this is I can take this on the go. So this will be on an app that I have on my phone. And as you get up to your date that you're leaving, and even during the day, if you click evaluate, it'll update the line weights. So let's say Mickey's PhilharMagic, or no, let's not do that. Let's say this first one, Splash Mountain, has a 5-minute wait in line. If I am at Rope Drop and I click evaluate, I just want to check to make sure that's still accurate. It might update that saying, nope, it's actually 20 minutes. And then it'll give you suggestions. Well, I suggest you maybe go to Pirates of the Caribbean right now because that's actually only 5 minutes. So it'll kind of suggest different steps to take at different times because it's real time. You can go on the My Disney Experience app and see wait times, but a lot of times Disney will overinflate their wait times to discourage people from getting in line. It's kind of how they do a little bit of crowd control. But this app actually does actual wait time. So they might say Pirates of the Caribbean is a 35-minute wait. Well, actually, no, it's 20 minutes, which to me, 20 minutes is actually pretty doable, especially if I'm using those 20 minutes to try to tap and grab. Remember how you wait in line, you tap in, and then you try to get a fast pass for later. That method is called tap and grab. So especially if I have 20 minutes to wait in line to try to tap and grab other fast passes throughout the day, that is a really good use of my 20 minutes waiting in that line. So there you have it. There is my method for planning my days out at the park. So, I mean, it's not foolproof. Nothing is ever foolproof, but it's kind of a cool little system. And actually, I have a lot of fun planning it. I make it into a game to try to beat the system and say, okay, what can I figure out? I like it because I go to Disney not just for the rides. I'm not like I love rides and stuff like that, but I go for the food. I go just for the experience. And I've been to Disney so many times that I know that you go to Disney with the expectation that there is so much to do and so much to see that you're not going to see everything. You have to pick and choose the attractions, the shows, the parades, the fireworks that you want to see, because you're just not going to be able to see everything. If you don't see everything, if you don't see everything, are you still going to have an awesome time? Oh, absolutely. But you as a family or you as an individual, you need to decide what's important to you. I also understand that crowds are a way of life at Disney. Lines are a way of life at Disney. You can't avoid it. There is no downtime anymore. There used to be like certain times a year that you would go and it would be like next to nothing, no crowds. That's not accurate anymore. Now parents take their kids out of school nowadays to go to Disney. So you have to go to Disney with the expectation that there just will be crowds. But using like tools like this that I just showed you will help manage those crowds. So that way you're not waiting in line for 75 minutes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Are you still going to be dealing with the crowds? Yeah, but 7-minute wait, fine. 20-minute wait, fine. Knowing what I have to expect and managing those crowds and knowing what attractions to hit, what time, what fast passes to get, and knowing that I can still schedule my sit down meal so I can take a little rest or go back to my resort and take a little rest. Now that's a vacation to me. I hear a lot of people kind of talk about, I hear a lot of people talk about how they absolutely, hate Disney. The crowds are horrible, yada, yada, yada. And I kind of would ask them, did you plan enough ahead of time? Did you, I guess not everybody knows about these tools, but did you use the Fast Pass system? Did you temper your expectations knowing that you can't see everything? Did you temper your expectations knowing that it will be crowded? There is a way to do Disney in an enjoyable fashion. You just got to plan. And to me, planning is, probably half the fun. But I think a lot of people don't like Disney and stuff like that because they don't plan. They're the type of family that they just show up and then they're going to be in line for 75 minutes. So if you're expecting a really relaxing beach vacation where you have no lines and no crowds and everything like that, I probably would not do Disney. I hear people often say that Disney, when you are there, it is so crowded and it's so stressful and blah, 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 and even just the planning. And these are people who plan like me. They'll say, it's fun, but it's stressful to plan. And then we get there, and every time I sit here and go, why do I go? Why do I still go? But then you come back and you say, you know what? That was the best time ever. I had the most enjoyable time. I really want to go back. For some reason, Disney has that magic about it that despite being so crowded and having to plan everything out, people still go. So thanks for joining me in showing you this. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you all had a lot of fun taking a look at this. And now you know kind of what I do, and you're a little bit a part of my Disney crazy-ness. You know, if my friends are watching this, you guys already know that I'm crazy about Disney, but now you can kind of see the funness that I do. So until next time, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.